What's happening, guys? It is Christmas. The World Cup is on. It is silly season. Silly season's in full swing. And I know how many people struggle with drinking drugs this time of year. I'm going to tell you how construction moulded my drinking career and how I eventually ended up getting sober. Please like and subscribe, and let's do this. So I got sober on the 19th of September 2018. Alright. I've had no mind-altering substances since that day. It is the best thing that I've ever done in my life. And at the end of my drinking, I was drinking on the way to work. Is this a terrible idea? Maybe. But I feel like it's my duty to give a little bit of hope to the people out there that are struggling. My story is that I got put onto a building site a week after my 16th birthday. I was 16 August the 26th. Write it down, get me a present. And on the 2nd or 3rd of September, I was on a building site in the local area, a block of flats. I knew nothing about life. I knew nothing about what I was like as an individual and as a young man trying to find my way in the world. And I got put onto this building site and everyone was drinking and drugging and womanising and fighting and getting arrested and whatever else. And I was like, whoa, I'm straight out of school. Like, I was like, what is this? I'd already acquired a taste for booze, right? I was like, what is this? What's going on here? And I took to it like a duck to water. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, I heard someone say many years ago that if you put a frog into boiling water, it'll jump out. But if you put it into cold water and heat it up, it'll stay in. And that is my experience with the construction industry and drinking. All right. My whole 20s was like that. Like, I got drunk, I played up and whatever else. I also ran a business, I also had a family, I also had a property, like, you know, I bought a house and whatever else. I've done all these normal things, but there was always an undertone of drinking. It was always there in the background or in the forefront, actually, a lot of the time. Every single week, right, this is a fact, every single week, without fail, I would tell my partner at the time of years that I am coming home tonight. I will definitely be home tonight, all right, on a Friday, definitely. And I had to drive past the pub to get home. And what I'd do is I'd get about 2 foot away from the car park of the pub thinking I'm going to drive straight past. And I'd go, and I'd turn in, I'm just going to have a quick one. Right, that's going to be on my flipping gravestone. I'm just going to have a quick one. I'd have a quick one and all bets are off. Because I'd get the taste. Do you know what I mean? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what the taste is, right? I'd get the taste. I'm like, oh, that's it, I'm out now. And it'd be 11, 12 o'clock, the pub would be kicking out, I'd be the last man standing, still in my work clothes. The missus has thrown the dinner in the bin yet again. My little girl's not talking to me because yet again I've not come home. And I've done the cycle again, right? And then I'd wake up, I'd try to bumble through Saturday morning, I'd have hair of the dog Saturday afternoon, back on it, Sunday I'm in bed absolutely twisted, wondering how this all happened all over again. Like, that was literally my life throughout my 20s. It got progressively worse, steadily worse actually. It got steadily worse throughout my 20s until I got to about 27 and the wheels fell off. All right, my life was fairly manageable in a real strange way, I guess. Like, you know, I'd get drunk, but I'd still go and operate at a fairly high level in the week, right? I still ran the business, I still dealt with clients, I still won work. I trained CrossFit. You know, in the week I was like, that's it, I'm getting my shit together now. And at about 4 o'clock on a Friday, I'd drive home, full intentions to go home, and I'd end up off my head until Sunday. That's not okay to treat somebody that way, but that is my truth. And there'll be a lot of people listening to this thinking, what is he doing? This is a business page. It is. But I'm very aware it's Christmas, the World Cup's on, and a lot of people are struggling. So that's why I'm doing this video, to give some people some hope, to say, actually, do you know what? Like, I can get through this, I can get over this, I can stop drinking. So, got to 27, the wheels fell off. I was like, how have I ended up here? I thought of myself so capable, and I'm like, how have I ended up here? I ended up in a terrible situation. And I started to look about to see about other ways of doing things. And I ended up stumbling across a 12-step program. I couldn't stop drinking in the end, right? I was drinking on the way to work. So my drinking fell off of a cliff because of a few life factors. And And I ended up falling across a 12-step program, and it is the best thing I've ever done in my life. I struggled to get my head around it because I thought, well, if I've got a drink problem, so has he, and so have all of those guys, everyone that I used to drink with. Actually, that's none of my business. For me, alcohol was costing me more than money. All right, the money wasn't the problem. I wasn't loaded by any stretch of the imagination, but I could afford to go to the pub and have a few pints. The problem was I lost my flipping mind. In the respect that it wasn't the physical stuff that made me stop drinking. It wasn't the arguing with the missus. It wasn't, you know, being hungover every morning. It wasn't any of that stuff. What happened was I lost my peace of mind. You know, I was constantly stressed. I was constantly anxious. I was constantly worried about stuff, constantly projecting and living in the future. And I just was really struggling to operate. And yeah, I chose to drink, and I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know a way out. And everyone that I knew drank. You know, I work on a building site. Everyone, not everybody, but most people drink, and drink excessively. A lot of people drink excessively. It's normal. Right? It's accepted that what we do is we work hard in the week and we play up at the weekends, and our missuses don't like us. Not for everyone. I'm stereotyping a little bit, but if you're in the construction industry, you know what I mean. So I ended up doing it. I ended up putting the drink down. I struggled for the first 6 months or 12 months. But I now surround myself with people that don't drink as well. I talk to those guys, and I wouldn't change a thing. Nothing. I used to have at least one filthy hangover a week, right? If you add that up, that's 52 days a year. At least. It was way more than that as well at the end. It's 52 days a year. That's like saying, let's start life in March. Let's scrap January, February. Let's get going in March. Just from putting a drink down, I'm 52 days more productive. I have no wasted time. I'm a better son, I'm a better brother, I'm a better dad, I'm a better boyfriend to my partner, and I'm much better at running a business. I've got the exact same business that I had when I was drinking, and I hated it. I love it today. I love winning the work, I love the hustle, I love the marketing, I love connecting with you guys. I love all that stuff, I'm really enjoying it. And the difference is that I'm happy with it myself. Alright, I'm not doing anything for external validation today. I'm doing it because I'm enjoying building our business. Alright? In my opinion, there are no negatives to being sober. Alright? My biggest worry is, how am I going to be sober in a world full of people that drink? And if you are wondering the same thing, let me tell you that it is absolutely possible, and my God, it is worth it. Alright, it is brilliant. I went into a 12-step program. I've done what was suggested. I haven't drank in over 4 years, and I was drinking on the way to work when I went into that fellowship. Alright, it is possible. I'm going to put some links in the comments below to signpost you guys to where you can go if you're struggling with alcohol. I have got rid of everything toxic in my life. Alright, I've only got good people in my life, and as a business I think that's super important, because that's how we operate as a company. I try and take that stuff into the company as well, which I feel like is why we gain traction, and one of the reasons that we do alright. You know, I've got no issue with the lad culture. I just refuse to have it within the business. Alright, if you come and do some work for us and you're like, whoa, yeah, steamed up, fight it, got nick, I ain't got no interest in that. I actually don't. I have no issue with anybody that operates like that. I used to, alright? But I just choose not to bring that into the company, because we want to show up and be professional. We want to create a company culture within our business where people feel they can come and be themselves, where they can come and talk openly and talk about what they got going on without being shot down and mugged off. I quite often have conversations with a couple of lads at work about home life and relationships, and you know, I'm here to chat to. I'm not one of these people I hate the word boss, but company owners just like, oh, shut up mate, just get it done. Like, yes, we want to get the product done, we want to get the work done, but ultimately if you've got something going on, I want to know about it, because if you're coming to work and you're struggling, you're no use to us anyway. I'd rather try and help you and move you forward as an individual. That's how we operate. I don't want to put anybody down. We don't want anyone putting anyone down. We want to lift people up and make them into a better version of themselves, and make them into better bricklayers and push on. And I'd rather have somebody come in and operate at 100% for a couple of years and then go off and do their own thing, than someone come in, operate at 50% for 20 years and whatever else. Like, we want to lift people up. That's what we're about as a company. So I hope that has helped. I just wanted to let people know that I used to drink an awful lot and now I don't drink at all. I work in construction, and getting sober is absolutely possible, and it is more than worth it. Right, it is the best thing I've ever done in my life. I've been around the world. I've done some cool stuff. Getting sober is the best thing I've ever done. I'm getting a lot of comments on our videos. 99% of them are positive. Obviously, you get the haters as well, right? And I'm getting a lot of people saying, especially on the money video that I've done, what a bricklayer earn, saying that I'm wrong, basically, and to button it. Listen, these videos are my experience, alright? I'm not saying to you I'm right. I'm not saying to you you're right or you're wrong. I'm saying to you this is my lived experience. So this video is my lived experience with getting sober, alright? The other videos are my lived experience of running a construction company in our local area, okay? If you believe that I'm wrong, I completely respect that opinion. It's none of my business. I'm literally documenting our journey. And today the video is obviously about how I got sober at working in construction. So go steady this Christmas period, all right? Go steady. If you're struggling, reach out. Like I say in the comments, there'll be links to the places you can reach out to. And just please know that it is absolutely possible and doable to get sober if you work in the construction industry. It doesn't matter who you're surrounded by, okay? You can get sober anywhere should you wish. Alright, so go steady, God bless, and I'll see you all next week.